Well, now let's talk about what we saw today on that state of play. No rhyme intended, but that just happened. I'm wearing seafoam green, so let's talk about things and be critical and measured. Seafoam green is not a requirement for being critical and measured, but I'm just riffing until I land on an intro that is suitable. This is the Nonsense Nexus, and I am in my nonsensical bag because I saw some things that were dull, some things that were weird, some things that will surely give me nightmares tonight, and then something absolutely awesome that I wasn't prepared for, and I had to check the seat of my pants to make sure I hadn't soiled them. So, let's dig into the state of play, June 4th, 2025.
I just want to say I had no expectations coming into this, like at all. Like literally none. You had some expectations.
I had
So,
some hopes.
hopes and dreams.
I had hopes, I had dreams.
All right. So, I know I'm a weirdo and I do things in order.
No, it's
So,
probably for the best. Um, First one out the gate, I thought they started weird. Lumines,
Lumin is a
Arise.
rise. Yeah.
I don't know where you stick a straight up puzzle game in a show like this, but I just don't think puzzle games build hype like that. I just don't. So they led with a puzzle game that I only know from being like a PSP game
Hmm.
years ago, and it's a great thing for a portable because like, oh, I'm stuck in Terminal 3 and my flight's delayed for an hour and 20 minutes. I better try and beat my high score. That's what they're for. I mean, my literal note for Lumen's Arise was cool.
Okay. So, moving on. Then we have Pragmata. Pragmata?
This
What?
this one's funny. Yeah, Pragmata, whatever it is. Still not fully clear what type of game it is, but I did see some action, some attacking, some fighting. It instantly looks more impressive than Starfield. Um, but I like how even their own like screenshot thing for it says, "Oh, it's real. It does exist." Because they showed it off like 4 years ago and have said nothing about it ever since. Like this game is a pipe dream. Well, it was until today. It's like, oh, it
Yeah.
is real.
It's coming
So,
out
I mean,
2026. They still don't have like a set date, but they
it
have a
might get
year.
delayed. Yeah, they said
Mhm.
GTA 6 was going to come out in 2025 once. Now it's 2026 also. We don't know.
Next one up, Romeo is a Dead Man, that's coming out in 2026.
Romeo is a dead man. I actually have more to say about. So,
Okay.
no specific date, 2026, right. This is some action. This is some adventure. This is some weapon swapping with different swords, different guns,
Silliness.
third person combat, visceral, visceral violence. Classically my type of game. Like, this is what you play when it's like, oh, nobody wants to hop on Helldivers? Cool. I'll play this and just chainsaw through a bunch of whatever weird face creature, alien demon things he's fighting. That's cool. I don't like the way that intro looked, where it looked like low carb, zero sugar Rick and Morty at the dinner table, and then he gets injected in the face, and then the game shows up. Once
I
the
think
game
it's just like
showed
a
up, I
little
was like, okay,
humor or whatever it
I'm on
was.
board. Everything before that, nah. So I mean, like my notes are just like classically my type of bag. That's my bag, and I hate that intro. I hate that opening. Otherwise,
Okay.
yeah, Romeo's a dead man. Let's go.
The other one that I think is really cool, the Silent Hill. I don't know what it was really called. It's just Silent Hill,
F.
and I guess you can pre-order it, and it's coming on September 25th to
Silent Hill
PlayStation.
F.
F. That's what it
I
was.
don't know why the F is written funny,
It was
but
like,
Silent
yeah,
Hill
it was like a
games
little.
are mind trippy. They are a special kind of make you feel cold and not safe in the dark
Yes.
mind games. They're scary and creepy. Very off-putting, usually symbolic for something else like mental illness or depression or dark thoughts type
Yeah.
stuff. They're cool. That looked like every other Silent Hill game, just a lot more in your faces with the monsters instead of trying to hide
It
things behind mist.
was.
Believe I am recorded saying at least her skirt is an appropriate length. Because if you're gonna be running around Tokyo or whatever city in Japan they are in, running from freak nasty tweak monsters, you're gonna want to have your skirt be 3 inches above the knee.
Yeah, and I appreciate that. Thank you.
Not everyone can fight evil with just maximum gluteal exposure
And heels.
in
Like,
heel.
Bloodstain, the Scarlet of Engagement, that's coming in 2026. Another one.
This is my jam. I really wish they had a date on this. I'm a big fan of Bloodstain, Circle of the Moon 1 and 2, and I think the other one's just called, well, no, it's Ritual of the Night is the main game.
Mm.
Bloodstain was a Kickstarter program game that the guy, one
Oh,
of the people who worked on Castlevania years ago, Konami basically checked out of making video games as a publisher for a long time. They're trickling back in now. But um, Symphony of the Night's one of the greatest games on the PlayStation 1. And then, um, Portrait of Ruin, Dawn of Sorrow, Aria of Sorrow, Harmony of Dissonance, a bunch of these things that came on the Nintendo Switch, and not Switch, the DS and all the other things, they stopped making them completely. So go to Kickstarter, get funded, make Bloodstain Ritual of the Night. Because it hit every single Kickstarter goal, they made Circle of the Moon as like a completely separate, like retro style game. So I'm glad all of that made enough money that someone said, oh, let's just do a sequel. My problem is, why are you making a game where it looks like I'm controlling more than one character and I can't just play with a friend? It looks decidedly single player. I'm like,
yeah,
oh,
it
that
did.
just, it made me say, "Meh."
I know everything about it was cool, like outfits.
I mean, it looks cool. Like
That's
you
what got
said,
me.
I don't think they should have showed us like a pre-rendered high resolution,
Mm,
pre-rendered sequence
that's
movie and
true.
then showed that very cartoonish looking game. Like
I
keep it
did
all
make a
like
comment about that for sure.
keep it all in the same vein. I agree with you on that. But I'm a fan
Still
of
looks cool.
Bloodstain, so I'm on board.
Next one, which I didn't really care too much about, was Digimon Storytime Stranger, out on October 3rd, 2025. I've never played any Digimon game ever, so unless you have something to say, you can move right along.
Uh my only note for Digimon Storytime Stranger was, yeah, I am familiar with that franchise.
Okay, moving on. Final Fantasy, the I'm not gonna say this word right. Evolus
I'm
Chronicles.
pretty sure it's Ivalice.
Evolus available September
Yeah,
30th. You can pre-order today. Like,
I I of course have things to say about my fantastic Final Fantasy tactics. Um,
mm-hmm.
First of all, sad note. It's just Final Fantasy Tactics, War of the Lion. Good note. It's just Final Fantasy Tactics War of the Lion. It is not Tactics Advance. It is not Tactics Advance 2. Those are horrible. I hate them. Um, the other note I have is just price is going to be an issue with this one because really all they're doing is selling War of the Lions again with what looks like an upscale kind of
Look,
filter over the video to make it look a little cleaner. So unless they roll some stuff out that I haven't seen, because it certainly wasn't in that state of play video, that they're gonna add A, B, C, X, Y, Z, change 1, 2, 3. That game better not cost more than $30.
you know it will. It's
It
at least
absolutely will. They're
45.
greedy. Square Enix is greedy as all get out. They're
Yup.
gonna want $60 for that. Like yeah, actually moving a product because there's
Mm.
the low res version and the higher res version in the purchase. Like get out of my face.
All right,
But my
next.
stupid fool self is gonna buy it.
No, yeah, for sure. The next one, which I was like, ew. Baby Steps coming to PS5. I want to say I think it was September 8th. It said. I was a little grossed out because the whole outfit of this person, it's giving Batman Returns Penguin outfit. I think that's the one.
Why
I
does
was
that keep coming up? We made a short about that a while ago because I said something about it, and here it is for no good reason resurfacing.
yeah, but that's exactly the thing and I was like, oh, this is like if Harry Potter did no magic. That's what this dude looks like. That's basically
It
it.
looks like what somebody who lives under the stairs should look like. Um, my note is this is a game. I will not play it. It was shown previously at another show, I believe. Let us move forward. That's it.
And with
I,
that,
I don't like the idea of just a game that's about
I don't
walking on
care
things. If
about
I want to play
that.
a
It just
walking simulator, I'll play Death Stranding.
look, I didn't care about that. It just looked weird to me. It was like, ugh. Next one though, that actually looks pretty cool. Hirogami coming to PlayStation September 3rd.
Yeah, Hirogami. Okay, so like this looks cool. This looks like the kind of thing that would have really got me when I was younger. The prospect of like your character can assume new forms to get past certain obstacles. Probably something that double jumps, something that climbs walls, something that can burrow under stuff or break through a barrier. I mean, that's what Metroid used to always be about. That's
Right.
cool. Um, I just get really, really oh no when I see a game that involves people jumping on platforms to get past things. Because I'm like,
You
now see, when I
hate
mess up
that.
that jump, I'm gonna fall and I'm gonna get mad. I'm gonna break a
You're gonna
controller because
crash
that's what
out.
Super Mario did to me my whole childhood.
I don't
So I
understand
don't
with
want to.
everything. The jumping shit just gets you so hard. It's so
Mario
funny.
World taught me. I don't care if I'm. I mean, I had to drop Yoshi down a pit so many times just to make sure I made it. And I was like, I'm sorry, Yoshi, you was cool, but I didn't want to die. I just don't want to go through those emotions again, ever.
Okay, moving on. You're so dumb. All right, and another one I didn't really care about for me, anyways. Everybody's Golf Hot Shots coming to PS5 September 5th. I think the main takeaway was like, oh, I see Pac-Man. Cool. And then that
Yeah.
was it.
If Pac-Man can't save that game, no one can, and Pac-Man can't save that game. I straight
I
up
mean,
don't
there's
care
people that
about
like
that
play
game.
golf with friends, and there's another golfing game, so maybe that's up their alley. I'm not hating on it. I just don't. I haven't played a
I'm not
golfing
hating on it. I'm
game
just saying,
in a
what
long
is that
time.
going to do that Mario Golf
Right.
didn't do and
Right.
doesn't do better? So I
Anyways,
mean, I'm just not impressed. I don't care.
moving on. The one that you have some things to say, I'm sure. Ninja Gaiden, Ragebound, which is
Listen,
coming out this year, July 31st.
long ago, as in early 2025, um, it was announced that there was going to be Ninja Gaiden Ragebound, Gaiden 4, and Shinobi Art of Vengeance has already got a date. This is the year of the ninja. And another game in this show, it's like, hey, I got some ninja energy for you, and he's showing up. So I'm like, look, I love ninjas. I do. Ninja Gaiden is my jam. Ninja Gaiden Black 2 or 2 Black, however you want to call it, already came out. I'm buying Ragebound the minute it comes out. I'm not doing anything, but I'm going to stop doing Monster Hunter Mondays when Ragebound comes out, and all I'm going to do is do my playthrough of Ragebound. It's
That's
ninja
cool.
time. I'm going to do
That's
the same thing for Shinobi also. It's ninja time. Let's go. I don't even know what my notes are. I'm just, yes. They didn't show anything new. I'm glad we have a firm release date. Take my money. Let's go.
cool. Another one, it's like a climbing game. I don't know how to say this either. Karen, which
Iron.
there's a demo out that's probably already available at this point today. It was coming out later today. That's what it said, so it's probably out already. But
There's a game that's like a convenience store simulator,
yeah,
something like that. That's how I feel about this
well, people
Kyron,
like those.
Karen.
There's gas station ones. There's
They're not my jam. I
well,
don't want to pay money to pretend to do a job I don't want to have in real life. That's not me taking a shot at it. I was just saying that's just not my jam. That's literally what my notes for that say. This is not for me. I am not the audience for this. This is not made for me. It's like Strawberry Shortcake video games. Only thing I want to know about Strawberry Shortcake is she cooking them and bringing them to me. Otherwise,
will they
mind
be
your
readily
business and be
available?
over there.
All right. Next one is they showcase the Mortal Kombat Legacy Collection, which is going to be on the PS5 and PS4, and it just said to wish list now. So we don't know when that whole collection
Didn't
or
get a
whatever is
date on that
available.
one. So I
Which
do know from a quick blog write up from the PlayStation blog, I think, or maybe it was Verge I was reading. It's Mortal Kombat 1, 2, 3, 4, and arcade versions of them, home
mhm.
console versions of them. And apparently, because someone lost a bet, I'm assuming, the Game Gear and Game Boy versions of those, which is just like you could have left those out.
They're classics though. But my
I just have one question about that whole release. I'm on board. I love Mortal Kombat. I'm
yes.
interested.
Yes.
Is Shaolin Monks gonna be in that collection? Because I like Shaolin Monks. That's all I got.
Only thing I have to say, and it doesn't have to even do with Mortal Kombat. I like Mortal Kombat. Love it. Grew up on it. It's great. Got into many a fights with my brothers because of it. Now, if they're doing stuff like this, I want to see, you already know what I'm going to say because I've been saying this. I want to see them release the God of War ones. That would make me buy a PlayStation 5. No shit. If they did that, all the God of Wars, and I can play it on the PlayStation 5, you got me. I will pay extra. I will pay for a PlayStation 5. I'm there. So this is giving me hope, maybe, that they're going to release
I'm
it.
still wondering what Sony Santa Monica Studio was doing because they haven't shown anything in the. I'm like,
Nothing.
we haven't seen Kratos in a while. What are y'all doing? But okay,
Which is also kind of
I
giving
agree.
me hope. But anyways, moving on. After they showed the Mortal Kombat Legacy Collection, of course, they showed that they're making the first PlayStation flight stick. So that's there.
Fight stick.
Whatever. Fight stick. Metal Gear Solid Snake Eater, August 28th.
Yeah. Did we get a date for that one?
Yeah, August 28th, 2025.
August 28th. Okay. They've shown that remake at least one other show. So it's like nothing surprising or impressive. It's a remake of an existing Metal Gear game that they've shown off at least once before. So all I was looking for was a date, and that's there's a lot of
That was
Ape
it.
Escape crossover stuff that I saw, and it distracted me from paying attention to what the date was. Yay! I'm not the hugest Metal Gear fan. I prefer Revengeance than Snake Eater, but that's just me.
All right, next one, Neo 3. And I guess that's going to be releasing early 2026. But there is a demo available today.
Cool. Tokugawa is a samurai and a ninja in one body. How can one person house that much cool? That's the most fantastic element of the game. This is, like I said, more ninja energy. It's about making it out this year, though. But Neo is the exact type of game I wish were cooperative players with two players. It really is. It's very it draws a lot from like a Dark Souls type game where you might classify it as a Souls like, which is normally a bad thing for me because it boils down to just parry, 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 parry. Everything's a parry. Look what you've done to us, Sekiro. But I'm not a huge fan of the franchise. I would just love to have seen that be like one person play the ninja, one person play the samurai, and be like, ooh, you almost got my money. But as it stands now, I didn't play Neo 1 hard. I didn't play Neo 2 at all. I'm probably not going to play Neo 3.
Okay. Well, there you go. The other one, it's like Thief, and it's a VR.
Oh, yeah, Thief.
Yeah.
Thief.
Legacy of Shadow.
Legacy of Shadow.
Yeah, which you can go on
Thief
the wish
games
list
are
now.
cool. Thief games are cool. They really are.
I've never anything with it, so.
VR games? Great way to get a motion sickness or a serious headache.
You don't mess with it.
My note was keep trying, Sony. You keep at it. One of them's gonna hit and be the thing that brings VR to the forefront.
I mean, there are groups of people that like VR. I'm just saying, it's not the mass majority, I don't think, but
it's just we are so far from the oasis of Ready Player One. It's just not there yet. But someone's got to keep making these little. You got to put down the pavers until you have the pathway to walk to get to the destination. And this, I mean, looks good. It doesn't look terrible. It's just
yeah, it looked okay. I just didn't know anything about it.
It didn't look as good as Resident Evil 7 did in VR. I'm just saying. So yeah,
that would be terrifying. Tides Up tomorrow, February 24th, 2026 release date, but you can put it on the wish list now.
Yes. The reason I will have issues sleeping this evening. Overall, this is a very colorful game, was the first thing I think I said about it. I don't understand what the game is, though. Is that a game a shooter or not? Because I don't like first-person games that aren't shooters. What is that game?
Was this the one that looks like Hyper Lightbreaker?
No, that's a different one. That was the Sword of the Sea game.
Sword of the Sea. Okay, never mind. My bad. I don't know.
I don't know what it is.
It
It's
didn't
very
stick in my
colorful.
head.
You keep seeing like ghost images of other people like crouching and sliding down ropes. I was like, I don't know what this game is, but if it's not a shooter, my question is, why the crap is it in first person? I don't understand why non-shooter games would ever want to be in first person. And then my negative note for that was just, I watched that whole video. I have no idea what that game is, but why did you plunge me under the ocean and then have a giant fish look at me, knowing that is like everything I have nightmares about? A big old fish eye looking at me under the water.
One. Okay, yeah, that freaked me out. Like,
I don't like
it did
that.
look really cool though. I did like the art, all of it. But the damn fish, I don't like. I like fish enough for be like, live your life. I'm here, you there.
That's
Like,
like
that's
looking
how
at
I feel.
biblically accurate angels. I don't want to see that mess.
They did briefly talk about Astrobot.
Yeah,
Um,
Astrobot's getting 5 new challenge levels. I know a 6-year-old who's really hyped for that probably.
it's so cute.
And that's about it. Like Astrobot's so
It's so
good and
cute
wholesome
looking.
and pure. Like just keep doing what you're doing. Never stop.
Now, this one we have already started calling it something else. So we, the name of it is Sea of Remnants. We are calling it, uh,
Oh yeah, Puppet Pirates.
yep,
Yeah,
Puppet
this is
Pirates,
interesting.
which is
My
coming
first
out
note
in
is the YouTube
2026.
video. The actual YouTube video is calling it Sea of Merchants, but the screen clearly says Sea of Remnants.
So something happened.
But
Well, maybe that was the name of it before, and they were like, no, Remnants, Remnants. And then that's what they put in the presentation.
it's been Remnants the whole time. I had to read about this one because I was like, "Ooh, what is it?" Because I was like,
It looks cool.
"It looks cool." It's a single player like role playing game with over 300 individual characters you can interact with over the course of the story. It is made by NetEase, which is a Chinese developer, publisher, whatever. They make Marvel Rivals. And just like Marvel Rivals, Sea of Remnants is a free to play game.
Oh, I didn't know that.
So
Okay,
there's no
so
excuse not to give this one a try so
true.
far whenever it comes out in 2026.
Yeah, because I don't know if I'm going to remember it. Anyways, I'm all looking. I'm like, I'm so mad dyslexic or something. Because I was like, I know it said fight, and my body was like flight stick. I
No,
don't
it's a
know.
fight stick.
I'm fighting for my life right now. Okay, after that, Sword of the Sea releasing August 19th.
This is the one that looked like Hyper Light Breaker a
It
little
really
bit.
did
He's
everything, even just down to
surfing
the
on the
like
little
the little board.
Yeah, he's surfing on a little light luminous board and
Hmm.
the weird low detail world. There's at least one other game in that series. That's either part 3 or part 2 of an ongoing kind of franchise. I
Oh.
have played one of them for like 10 minutes because I remember surfing around with like a long red scarf or cape hanging off the character, same looking character. Um, Somebody's liking those. They keep making them. Yay! I
Cool.
don't have strong opinions. That's not my jam.
It just looks cool.
And I tried it. It just didn't
I don't
spark
know what this.
anything
I
in
think
me.
they're this is like they're adding FBC Firebreak to the game catalog in PS5 in
Oh
June
yeah, 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 yeah.
17th. Um
Really, just here. How can we possibly milk the concept of Resident Evil 2 more? Here's some other games you don't care about, but they're in there. Like that's fine. Add those
they did
games
that,
because
and then they did it with
this
Twisted
Game
Metal
Pass
3 and
scares the crap out of you.
they did it with Twisted Metal 3 and
Mhm.
4, also coming to the Classics catalog July 15th. And then the one that was longer showing us is 007 First Light. Hopefully that's what it's called. Because
Double O corny looking.
yeah, coming out in 2026, no set date. I know you we have
That's
already
my only note. I said everything I had to say about that watching the video. My whole family has strong opinions on James Bond, and I am not impressed to Amazon. If this is what you are doing with that license, I'm not impressed how he looks. That is not
you
James
said
Bond.
something else and I said he looks like a cryptocurrency bro, dude.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that dude is that's not James Bond 007. It's Jimmy Bondo 00.7. I don't know. I got nothing. Point 007, Jimmy Bond. That's him.
It just looks
Just based
like
on how he
J
looks. I have
Bonds.
no idea how the game's playing. I don't know, but I'm not impressed. You could have called that anything else. I think I said what I say. I said that's not James Bond. That's Nathan Drake because it looks more like
Yeah.
the dude. It looks yeah. All right. Yeah, I'm not impressed so far. Keep trying, I
Next
guess.
one I'm gonna mispronounce this, so please help me. Ghost of Yotai?
Ghosts of Yote. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Tay. Okay.
They're gonna milk that one hard because that's like the sequel to Ghosts of
I
Tsushima.
feel like I've seen so many of these previews for it, and then it says gameplay deep dive in July. I feel like this is
Yeah,
the third time
Sony's
I've
gonna
seen it.
pimp that thing for all the attention they can get.
I mean, it looks cool.
Oh, it's probably gonna be great.
Right.
Single
I
player,
would hope
highly
so.
narrative, story driven game with very refined, cool combat, which is what Ghost of Tsushima was. But here's the thing Ghost of Tsushima was great. I played the free update multiplayer squad tactical thing more than the real game. I never finished Ghost of Tsushima because by the time I got a copy, the uh the multiplayer came out, and I was like, wait a minute,
Mm.
I can play a ninja while somebody else plays like an archer, and we can run through the map and infiltrate an enemy camp and kill stuff to get a target done and get out. Oh, that's just way better for me. It was basically what we do in Helldivers. I was
Yeah.
doing, but I was a ninja.
Which is everything. That's
That was
amazing.
like, well, I'm never playing the story mode again. I'm playing this, and that's exactly what happened.
Well, it does look cool. I feel like, oh my god, like I've seen this 3 times already and nothing's come out.
That
Um,
wolf dog is gonna sell that game.
for sure. And then the last, certainly not least, probably the best thing that actually got me excited. I'm gonna also pronounce this wrong. Marvel Tokuon. I don't know. Fighting Souls coming to PlayStation 5 and PC 2026.
Highlight of the show.
For sure.
This is what we tuned in
Great
for.
closer.
We just didn't know it. This was best in show.
It was
Look,
literally the last 15 minutes or so, last 12 to 15 minutes of the whole state of play. So, yeah.
it's what everyone I follow on Twitch is still talking about. Look, there's only one bad thing I can say about this game, and I'm gonna say it right now.
Oh, no.
This truly means we're not getting Marvel vs. Capcom 4. That's what this means. Um, but
But are you mad
I can
about
look at
that?
this. I'm sad because I wanted more Marvel vs. Capcom 4. I wanted them to redeem themselves after Marvel vs. Capcom
Mm,
Infinite. But hey, it's Marvel, baby. We're getting a game.
with the
Where do I
twist.
sign up? Should I pay for 2 copies now? Do you need blood? Whatever you need from me, come on, Arc System Works. Let's do this. This is
It looks.
Dragon Ball Fighters with a Z. In my opinion, is the best Dragon Ball game to ever happen. Arc System Works did that. There have been Dragon Ball games forever. One of the worst video games I ever played in my life was a Dragon Ball game. Arc System Works took the franchise, said, hey, here's a tag fighter Dragon Ball game that is amazing. And it belongs at EVO, and it will be there, and so will this. So let's say, how do we one up that? Let's do 4 versus 4 Marvel superheroes? Yes. And to be the teaser, hey, here's a new game, right? Here's a new game. You've never heard of this. 8 fighters shown because you got to show 8 because it's 4v4. So my only comments I'm going to leave this on are I'm going to give a quick list of characters I really want in this game. Psylocke because she is my favorite actual X-Men consistent team member.
Okay.
Blade because Blade.
Okay.
Silver Surfer. Norin Rad Silver Surfer, not that Shalabal nonsense we're gonna tolerate in theaters this summer. But that's another rant. I'm not polluting this. Nova, but because Nova Richard Rider has been in 2 Marvel versus Capcom games already, go ahead and do Sam Alexander Nova for this one. That'll be fine. I want to see Luke Cage in this game,
Ooh.
and my favorite Marvel character, comic book character, period, just give me Magneto and I'll pay $155 for the game. Just give me Magneto, I'll pay $155 for the
I'm
game.
telling you, they
Straight up, no
can't
questions asked.
have this game without Magneto. There's no way. So they're gonna like, he's gonna be the boss or whatever, or you have to do some
Doom
way
made it.
extra
That's
shit to get
great.
it.
You gave me the green hood. Give me the purple helmet. Give me Magneto.
Mm-hmm.
Please. 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 Just give everyone that's in Marvel Rivals. That'll give me Magneto. That'll give me Human Torch. That'll give me Venom. We'll be all right. Just give me everyone that's in Marvel Rivals. Just put that into Tokon Fighting Souls Marvel Tokon. It's going to be Marvel 4 is what I'm going to call it. Because, yes, they should have called it Marvel 4x4. That should have been a better title for the game.
And if they do have Magneto, they better have a version without the helmet, and he better look cool. That's all I'm saying.
Yes, and not look like
Magneto's
Granny
always like
Goodness
good
like
looking,
he does in
except
that X-Men
for
97 cartoon.
except for in the last thing that we watched with Marvel, and he had like the wavy long hair
That's what I'm
looking.
saying. In X-Men
Yeah,
97,
yeah,
he looked like Granny Goodness.
yeah. Right.
Don't give me that Magneto.
We don't want
Give me
that.
Magneto with my favorite Magneto without the helmet is when he looks like he's not taking care of himself and he's got his
Yeah.
stubble and he's got like
Yes.
a couple cuts on his face and he's just been through stuff because he's a grizzled person. Like, give me him.
Yes.
Give me grizzled. I'm sick of this nonsense
Very
Magneto.
much not very far unlike Ajax. Just broken,
But
tired of people's shit. Just
I will pay $155 for that game if Magneto is in the starting lineup, and
I
I don't care.
I don't think I think you're gonna have to do extra stuff to get him because he's the
Well, I mean, if he's
best.
in the game, if I don't got to pay for DLC to get him, I'll pay
Oh,
$155 for the game.
oh, yeah, 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 yeah. For sure,
There's
for sure, for
no
sure.
way that game launches with less than 40 characters, though, because it's a four, four, four versus four tag team. Like, you gotta have a mammoth roster. I text my boy Chris immediately when that thing came, when that video popped up, and I sent him the link to the trailer afterwards, and he's like, "Yeah, man, I'm gonna need 80 characters. I'm gonna need cable back." I'm like, "I'm right there with you. I'm gonna need 80 and give me cable
That
back,
would be
please."
dope. That's what I'm really excited for is to see their take on the other characters with their animation and stuff like that. That's what I'm kind of really excited
I
for.
like the restyles. Like
Mhm.
it's very very they all have iconic looks,
Mhm.
and so far I'm most impressed with Star-Lord, Doctor Doom, and Captain America. Doctor Doom looks very comic book accurate. He's done the fur lining around his coat collar in comic books, so it wasn't like a major leap. Star-Lord with the fur coat though, I was like, "Ooh, okay, I see
I
you
hate
out
the fur
here."
coat. I've always hated a fur coat.
Captain America with the uh normal length like leather jacket style. I was like, okay, I see what we're doing with Steve. We're trying stuff. It looks way better than that Marvel's Avengers nonsense that Square Enix did, and it looks, I think, cooler than what's in Marvel Rivals. But I don't think what's in Marvel Rivals for Captain America looks bad. So I'm like, you made a better departure by giving him a little jacket. And I
Mhm.
just like jackets. I've noticed that as I've grown older. I just like jackets.
You
I
like a
like
good
jackets and
badass
cool shoes.
jacket.
Get out of my face.
All right. Well, with all that being said, I don't know. In conclusion, like there was about I hope I counted this correctly. It was about 26 games that they showcase or 26 things, I should say, that were showcased. I think like 23 of them were new games or whatever coming out. 23, 22 of them
One piece of hardware.
and a piece of hardware. Yeah, so I mean, I didn't like I said I didn't have any expectations. The only things that stuck out to me was Silent Hill and I was disgusted by Baby Steps and I'm really hyped for the Marvel game and the free one, the Paper or Puppet Pirates. That's
Puppet Pirate.
yeah, that's what's
Sea of Remnants for free.
that.
That's a value.
Yes. Thoughts, gripes.
Um, no, I'm gonna hold every comment I have because I was really expecting the Wolverine game to show some gameplay finally,
Oh yeah, I forgot.
and that's Insomniac. They've been making Spider-Man fantastically for years,
Mhm.
but Summer Games Fest is right over there. So I bet I'll see Wolverine there since I didn't see it in the Sony State of Play. Even though it's a Sony exclusive,
Mm.
Jeff Keighley is mad bonkers crazy for exclusives world premieres. So I bet he put someone in a chokehold to get Wolverine's gameplay exclusive, even though it leaked when there was a data breach like a year ago. So why have
Per
we not seen
usual.
after the breach? Just show me the game, man. And I'm really just looking to see if Magneto's in it.
Okay, well, if you stayed the whole video, thank you so much. Please like, please subscribe. We're slowly getting up there. We usually have more of a variety of videos, and we will be working on that. But we have full-time jobs, so it's slowly but surely coming. Other than that, tell us what you like, tell us what you didn't like. Please comment, and that's all. Bye.
Later, Gators.